In my previous color grading video, I showed you guys my secret to getting the orange and teal look, and I even gave you guys my secret free LUT that I always use to achieve this particular look. In today's video, we are going more on the filmy side, how I color grade the documentaries that I make. Like a lot of them, you'll find them having this particular color unless I'm going for something different. I'll also be giving out this LUT for free, but in today's video, there is a catch. You've got to watch this video entirely because somewhere within this video I'm gonna hide a code. If you use that code, you're gonna get this LUT for free. If you miss the code, the link in the description below will take you somewhere where you can buy my entire LUT pack for just $5. It won't be that tragic, you understand what I'm saying? The entire LUT pack is in the description below. Go support me if you can, man. Now here we are on the color page of Resolve, and I have a shot here from one of my previous mini documentaries. So I'll take that as my hero frame, and I'm gonna get my first node here, and this will be my primaries. I'll add some 6 more nodes. I think 6 is enough. I like putting 9, but 6 is always enough. I'll come to the second last here, and I'll come to my LUT pack, and I'm gonna be using the Slay film look. So you can see the difference already that makes, like, big difference from that to that. This is crazy. But this was filmed using the Blackmagic Cinema's camera 6K full frame. That's a very long name. But when I was making this LUT, I was doing a color grade for Arri Alexa. That's why I've named it Arri Film Look. But this LUT works with whichever camera, and you can see how it works here. Like, it already looks amazing. From that to that, that's beautiful. Now what's left for us to do is just to do some minor adjustments, and the look is done. So what am I gonna do here? I'll come to the first node, which is my primaries, and I'll just come here and I'll lift the shadows a little bit up to maybe, yeah, that looks good. And then I'll just come here and crank the contrast. That's too much, maybe around there. Now you can see the difference that the primaries bring. From that to that, we've made it a little bit brighter. Then here, I'll come and add more contrast. So this will be my curves, because I like my films to be a bit more contrasty. So I'll just come here, I'll enable the editable splines, and then I'll crush the shadows. And now you can see where we're going. And then I'll do the classic S-curve, but then I'm gonna bring this down because I don't wanna blow up the sky. So I just wanna raise the mid-tones and not the highlights, to be specific. So I'm just gonna pull it down. And now you can see the difference. From that, we are here. Amazing, this looks great. Like, you can already leave it that way, you can deliver the work that way. But there's still something. I think I'll come back to the primaries and I'll change the pivot. I think I'll take it down to around there, so that it can let the image breathe, you know? Like right now, after I had cranked here the curves, like, I felt like it was too contrasty, but the pivot just brought about some balance to the image. And then I'll come to this next node, and this will be my saturation node. Saturation, then I just come here and add a little bit of saturation, not much. Don't exaggerate it. I think that's enough. Just a little bit of it, you know. And I think my look is done. The next thing that I can do is just a bonus. I can come here and add some grain, maybe. Let's see, grain. Like, normally I'd use dehancer, but since not everyone has dehancer, I'm just gonna use this standard film grain from Resolve. And then instead of 16 mil, I'm gonna take 35 mil. And I'm not even gonna do any more adjustments. I'm just gonna leave it that way. And that's done for me. Came from here, and now this is where we are. And I can now come to the next frame, and I can just take this and apply there. And you can see this is beautiful. We came from that to this. Beautiful, amazing, I love it. Now I'll come to this footage. This is from the same documentary. What I'm gonna do, I'm first gonna copy just this grade here. And it already looks great, but I'm just gonna make some minor adjustments to balance it so that it looks even better. As you can see, like in contrast to this image here, this skin is brighter, and I feel like it's way too overexposed. Like, it's not overexposed actually, like you can leave it that way, but to my liking, I feel I can take down the gain a little bit, just a little bit, not too much. There, around there. And I think that's the only adjustment that I will make. And maybe, I don't know if you guys on YouTube can see with the YouTube compression, but I feel like the grain is kind of too much, too pronounced. I'll just blend it here a little bit, maybe up to around there. Yeah, that looks good. And that's it. Simple, easy, amazing. Now I'll come to this. This is an indoor shot now, where things might get a little bit complicated, but nothing to worry about, because I'm just gonna copy the grade again. But now we have a problem here. You can see like it gets completely dark because it's indoors, and I shot this without any extra lights because we didn't have space for lights, and it's a documentary. I couldn't set up the lights and start setting up everything. I wanted everything to be as natural as possible. And so now we run into this particular problem where our subjects are completely dark. What do we do here? Nothing to worry about. We can just come and adjust the settings again. First of all, I'll come to my primaries and I'll try and not crash the gains this time. I'll just reset the gains, and now we're starting to get some detail. But here, I think in the curves is where we're gonna do the most. I'll just come and bring back the highlights. Of course, we're gonna lose the window, but I'll also have to raise the shadows, because this camera, the Blackmagic, has enough dynamic range for us to regain all this detail from the shadows. And you can now see, like, we've gotten the details back. We can see their faces now, which is something that I was going for. I'll also come to the highlights and maybe pull them down a little bit because the window is way overblown, just like that. Then I'll come back to the primaries and see if I can raise the shadows again a little bit, maybe. Yeah, and let's see if I can take down the gains a little bit. Now, yeah, maybe something like that. That's not bad at all. You can see we came from that to this. I don't think that's bad. But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna come to the last node, then I'm gonna add one node here. And here, there is something in Resolve called haze, cinematic haze. Here you have. I'll come and bring it in. This is for the people who have the studio version of Resolve. If you don't have the studio version of Resolve, I'm sorry, but you can't find this. Now you can see what haze does. Like, it introduces haze as if we had haze when filming this. Then I'll just come and get the depth map preview. Like, this thing is processor heavy, so you should have a really good PC for it to work. Since I have the depth map highlighted, I think the far limit, I'll keep it at 0. Then the near limit, I'll take it down because I want the haze to be in the background. I don't want it to be in front. I want it to be back there. So I'm just gonna pull it back, pull it back, pull it back until I get my subjects. You can see now it's not on my subjects, which is what I want. Maybe raise it up a little bit because I want it to be natural. I want it to blend perfectly. So maybe around there. There is not bad. I think that's cool. Yeah, you can add light rays and all those stuff, but I think for now this is enough for me. I like it that way. And now if we view our footage, that's how it looks. Now this took us from that to that. add some texture to the footage, simply because when filming such shots, a lot of times we have haze or smoke machines that help us get those rays from the windows. Like if you want, you can come, where is it, here, and add light rays, but I don't want to add light rays because this is a documentary. I'm not making a music video. I'm not trying to be super stylistic with the style, so I think that works for me. And so guys, that's how I color grade my documentaries. Shout out to whoever found the code in the video. Go enjoy that LUT, use it, have fun, and tag me in whatever you do. Let me see how you use it. You understand what I'm saying? For those of you who are unlucky to find the code, just check in the description below. There is a link. It's just $5. Go get it, or just join the channel membership and you'll get it for free anyway. So it's a win-win situation. If you want my entire node tree to speed up your color grading, you can just get my power grades. Like they are less than $10, I think, and you'll get the entire node tree plus the LUTs that I use. So it's a win-win. There is nothing to lose for you. It's all love, everything to gain. Anyway, I hope you got value from this video. If you did, kindly give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Otherwise, thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Blessings.